Building tools is an activity that is critical but not urgent. What does that mean? What's the difference between critical and urgent? If you have cancer, that's critical. If your house is on fire, that's urgent. If you have cancer and you're in a burning house, what should you do first? A lot of new investors spend their time working on the critical, right, at the expense of the urgent. Insufficient tools and systems. This is especially true with commercial real estate investing. Building your own tools is a major trap. It's expensive, it's time consuming. Building tools is an activity that is critical but not urgent. What does that mean? What's the difference between critical and urgent? If you have cancer, that's critical. If your house is on fire, that's urgent. If you have cancer and you're in a burning house, what should you do first? A lot of new investors spend their time working on the critical, right, at the expense of the urgent. No. What's urgent? Finding a deal, doing a syndication, those are things that are urgent. Building tools, etc., that is not urgent. So cheat, right? Copy things, borrow things when you're getting started. But the problem is that in elementary school, we were all taught, right? Copying equals cheating equals bad. Okay, guys, you're no longer little kids. You're no longer in elementary school. I need you to unlearn that. That was actually bad programming. Because in business, copying equals cheating equals the shortcuts. Yeah, everything you're trying to do, everything you're trying to figure out, other people had done and figured out, right? So yeah, copy things that have been figured out. So look, in commercial real estate investing, the tools can be very expensive. It's a niche business, right? I mean, it's like what percentage of the population knows how to do commercial real estate? I mean, I don't know if you guys even recognize how rare you're going to be when you walk out of here in a couple of days. You will be 0.00001% of the world is going to know what you walked out of here with your brains and what you will have learned over these 3 days. Very, very tiny a percentage of this planet knows what you're going to know, right? And so consequently, there's just not very many commercial real estate investors, and they need tools, and the tools are complicated tools. So when you're creating some complicated tool for a very small market, what do you got to do about the price? You got to charge a lot. So unfortunately, commercial tools are very expensive. People ask, like, how do you know what the cap rates are? How do you know about these properties? Well, you can subscribe to services like CoStar and get a report when you buy a property. They track all the different properties and then give you a report, the cap rate, market value, and things like that. What's the catch, right? You have to pay a subscription. Typically, it's at least $6,000 a year. And you got to buy that subscription to get access to those tools. Even before you pay any money or a deal. There are tools for underwriting. We're about to learn how to do underwriting. These are sophisticated analysis tools like Red IQ. That's the one we use. We paid $25 a year to get that tool. Well, if you're just getting started paying $25,000, right, just for a piece of software to allow you to know whether or not you might have a deal, that's a pretty high barrier to entry. We use Monday.com, we use synthesis, and so on. So one of the most complicated things being a commercial real estate investing investor is underwriting, which is our next topic. And the tools to do this can be quite expensive. So my bottom line advice, use other people's tool, borrow with people's tools until you can afford to buy your own tools.
Come meet us live and become a real estate investor with us. Make money, grow, and help the community as well. So this is what I love to do every day as a real estate investor. I love to connect with you throughout our social media, and I love to make money with you as well.